So a little bit of update after my 5 day fast. So I didn't do 4 days, I did 5 days. So I broke the fast on a Saturday. Now I'm about 3 days after fasting. So still feeling a little bit weak. Actually, during fasting, I was actually okay. I was actually like, I mean, you can see in that video, like my voice is kind of low. But after the fast, after you start refeeding, after I started to eat, I started to be weaker for some reason. And it's only it's only last night or even yesterday I started to realize why I was so weak. I needed more salt. Last night I woke up and I started to drink a little bit of salt because my heart was kind of pounding. As soon as I drank a little bit of salt, my heart was much better. So I just fell asleep right away. Like it's magic. And now salt is super important, especially for me. I don't know. I don't think I can hold and minerals well. My body doesn't hold minerals properly. Since I was a kid, I only now I realized I was like 16 or 17, and I used to have like my heart was skipping beats. I didn't even know what I was. Now I just realized it's just minerals, like, and one of the most important is sodium. So it works for me, to be honest. So as soon as I take a little bit of sodium, I have more energy. I can talk. So if you look back at my video on day 4, while I was fasting, my voice was so low, like I couldn't really talk much. Like the energy was okay, like I could move. I actually could walk for hours, to be honest, but I couldn't really talk. It's kind of crazy. But so I just realized it is the salt. It is the salt, potassium. I took a potassium supplement after fasting, and that didn't do anything for me. I was waiting for like about 16, 18 hours to kind of clear out of my body, and then I started sodium. And as soon as I eat salt, like if I feel a little bit weak or if I feel palpitations, I eat. I eat a little bit of salt. I have it here actually. Eat a little bit of salt, like like half a gram or something like that, and boom, energy is back to kind of normal. So now I'm feeling much better. But let's go back to after fasting. So I broke my fast, and I still wanted to kind of I want this for years to kind of feel that energy that you'd get when you run on fats. So when you fast, after second day or so, you kind of have a little bit of energy, and that's because of your body is using fats, and it's a really nice stable energy. So I wanted to kind of run on ketones after the fast. So I broke my fasting with lettuce, cucumbers, um, well, actually, no, bone broth for one day. Bone broth, and then the next day I started to eat the meat that was actually in the broth, and then I had a salad, um, um, mainly lettuce, cucumbers, and pink salt. So that was it. So that day I had lettuce, cucumbers, and bit of meat from the broth. So that was my second day. On the third day, which was I think it was yesterday actually, I started to get into different type of foods just to see. But I just realized that because I had like almost 3 meals, like 3 meals, so much lettuce and cucumbers, it kind of gave me a bit of an upset stomach. My digestive system felt a bit sore and burning inside. So I think I might have had too much um, um, fiber from the lettuce and cucumbers, I suppose. I don't think it was from the meat because I didn't get that from the bone broth at all. So I'm just analyzing what's what. Also, I had avocados with every meal. So an avocado, like about 2 or 3 avocados. Um, so I think it was a bit. I, so I did a bit of research. So it says that you're you're rebuilding your microbiome. Your digestive system needs to kind of get used to the fats. So everything I eat is fat, like saturated fat, unsaturated fat, coconut oil. Um, uh, I had the other day. I had pork belly with again lettuce, cucumbers, and avocado. And so the thing is, after I eat, this is interesting because we always say after a big meal you crash, but having high fats, low carbs, and proteins, I still crash. I still like after I eat, I think the cortisol is going down. So I'm feeling very relaxed. I found food. I'm okay. I can take a nap. So I don't really go for naps usually, but I feel very relaxed. Now, half an hour after, like now, like half an hour before this, making this video, I felt a little bit sluggish, a little bit lethargic. But now I'm feeling great. So in about half an hour, I'm gonna do a workout. So I'm gonna have loads of energy, and I believe it's the energy from fats. Now it's the energy is a little bit different than the energy you get from carbohydrates. It's more sustainable. I can't really explain. It's very interesting. So again, I got rid of my inflammation, which is good. I recover really quick if I have like a good night's sleep. The next day, I woke up. I said to my wife the other day, I said, I don't know how it feels to be an 18-year-old, but I'm always kind of always kind of sore when I wake up. Like my shoulder is sore, my joints are kind of sore. Now, like half an hour later, adrenaline kicks in, and you're not sore anymore. But just that particular moment when you wake up in the morning, you're kind of everything is aching. I don't feel that anymore. So I'm trying to do my best and analyze every little thing to see and to stay in this kind of low inflammation. Um, so I don't know what it is. I think it's yeah, it could be my body is getting used to fats now. So I want to see how that feels because I did that. I did a lot of keto before. I never felt quite all right. But this time, hopefully, I'll feel a little bit better. And I feel what people normally say it feels when you're on keto. You have lots of energy. Um, so I'm just after breaking the fast. So I'm not pushing my body too much. I'll give it a week or so, and then after a week, maybe I'll, gradually kind of um, do some more intense exercises and so on and so forth. But for now, I think the body is trying to adapt to eating, obviously. So that's why I kind of feel a bit tired and so. So that's basically it. It's quite good so far, so good. But I don't know how. Like I still want to experience that, high fats, low carbs, and proteins kind of diet to see because everybody's talking about this amazing energy. Now I did that as well, but at one point because I trained so much, at one point I started to decline. I started to feel a bit of energy for like a few weeks or so, and then started to decline. Everything started to be very sore because I was training probably too much or maybe too intense. Now I don't train too intense. I don't train much, so I'm okay. I feel okay. Now from next week I'm gonna start a bit of training, and I want to see how that will feel. But so far so good. So if you like the video or if you want to know a little bit more about fasting, keto, training on keto or training on carbs, obviously, I used to say every time I used to go on keto, I go like this is it. I'm feeling it, and then declining. But then I bring carbs up, and I start to feel really good. So I always kind of had a thing for carbs. I always thought carbs were quite good. But what happens is with carbs, they put on weight. They just put on weight. As soon as you kind of go on carbs for a few weeks, and if you don't really look at the carbs you're eating, you just put on weight. It's crazy. So yeah, so far so good. But I'm looking forward to the next week when will start like a little bit more high intensity training and see how the body will feel. Will it break? We'll see. If you like the video, again, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments. And yeah, let's see what's the best, not the best diet, but the best um, eating routine to for lifestyle. So let's do that. Thank you guys. Bye. Bye bye.